It's strange when Sun and Moon came out and regional forms started showing up for the original Pokemon. Seeing them with a new look and new typing, that does make sense mostly. Then you look through all the Pokemon games and see many Pokemon that take very similar evolutionary paths and traits to the originals. So it got me thinking, what if every game's Pokemon are just regional variants of Pokemon from the first 151? Looking through everything and ticking them off to see how many Pokemon there really are in the series. There will be some that don't repeat or take a path that something in the originals doesn't take, but we're just trying to thin out the number. We're going to ignore the starter Pokemon for now and begin with the most common flying Pokemon, Pidgey. The most common bird is shown with its stats being very average, it having a slight physical advantage over its special, and being a bird is faster to give it advantage because it's lower attack. As it evolves, its physical stats do start catching up with its speed stat, but that is more weight combined with the speed. A fast hit from a Pidgey won't do much, but a faster hit from a Pidgeot will cause some serious damage. Starly is the next 3-stage bird we come across. With how Sinnoh is laid out, the terrain is rougher and the weather has more variety with the cool sea air. The harsher cold through the mountains, so a normal bird needs a little more to survive here. So Starly compared to Pidgey has more speed and more physical attack power, clearly made more for attacking to defend its home over being defensive to survive. Once it evolves, its defense starts catching up with its attack and speed, leaving its special behind. This seems to be a trait in a lot of normal type Pokemon in Sinnoh. Physical is much more of a priority over special. Becoming its final form, the attack outdoes its speed, showing it's more likely to attack to defend its flock, with physical attacking over fleeing like most birds. In Gen 5 we are given Pidove. It lacks the speed of Pidgey and Starly, but makes up for it with being balanced in all physical stats. Why doesn't Pidove need to be so quick? Hunting and fighting is less of a problem in Unova. There's a number of larger cities here to stay hidden away from what would be threats out in the wild. After evolving, that speed stat does catch up with its defense, and its attack does pull away. More likely to stop infighting amongst its flock or to deal with the common rat-like Pokemon that attack in the town to keep food safe. Being found a little more away from the towns so Tranquil can survive away from the others, and a little better where Pidove are more likely to stick together. Final stage is more balanced compared to the other birds we've seen, lacking in special, but there's not a standout stat for Unpheasant. Power slightly outdoing speed, speed just outdoing health and defense, and a little gap back to special attack and then again to special defense. All round a better Pokemon, but loses ground in attack or speed compared to the others. Stat wise, Fledgling has a good base compared to most of the early game birds. Kalos has a wide variety of land types, needing the Pokemon to be very adaptable. Much quicker than the other low level birds, helping it stay on the move against things that would probably quite love to eat it. With evolution it gets better, all the stats step up, the attack and speed stats step up further, and a fire type gets added. It might be adding to its weaknesses, but gives it complete dominance over grass and bug types. Helps it out against the ice type, with it being quicker than most ice type Pokemon, and sturdy enough to fight off the steel types too. An odd trait with this evolution, it evolves once and boosts its attack, then it evolves again and boosts everything else to catch up with it. A real good all-rounder compared to the other birds. Pick-a-Peck is last on our list for now. All round it has bad stats, but the attack more than makes up for it. It's quick enough and can hit hard, a trait more common with the 2-stage birds but in a 3-stage bird. With evolution everything steps up a little apart from its special attack that gets left a bit behind. We're not as fast as the other birds, when they're in their second stage, but do have a much higher attack. Strange how happy and fun Alola seems to be and how aggressive the Pokemon are. Toucannon gains in every stat apart from its speed that drops, so it seems this group are much more likely to be fighting compared to the others who scavenge or flee. The two smaller here seem to attack, and then if they get outfought and made to retreat, Toucannon is more than sturdy enough to pose a threat. These are all the 3-stage birds, unless you're counting something like Rowlet. A 1, 2 and 3 for our Pokedex rebuild. This might take a bit of time to finish.